Those of you that know me well know that this is an integral part of my shop, the multi-router. I've used it for years. It's a mainstay in my shop. I'd be lost without it. It's a wonderful machine. But over the years, there hasn't been a lot of upgrades to it. There's been some minor ones. They've added this little micro adjuster if you get the Pro Scale. And they played around with the stylus hookup here, but nothing major. And there's a few things that would really improve the machine. Not that it isn't a great machine already. Recently, Woodpecker Tools bought the rights for the multi-router. They're gonna give it that long overdue upgrade. I've been talking to the folks at Woodpeckers. They've listened to some of my ideas. I've heard what they're going to do. And there's some pretty neat stuff coming for the multi-router. Let's go through some of those. Okay, so the biggie with the multi-router, the big problem with the multi-router is dust collection. I have tried all sorts of crazy things. I've had blowers on one side and a suction on the other. Nothing really worked. They have got, they're going to put a shroud around the router, but that only fits on three different router models. That's going to be the Milwaukee 5615 or the Milwaukee 5616 or the Bosch 1617. There will be a 4-inch port back here, and it gets a majority of the debris, I'm told. So I'm anxious to give that a try. The other thing is, looking back here, if you watch my past videos, you'll see this blue line here. And that's where I can line this guy up in the same place. And even then, it's a little tippy. What it does is if you line it up in the wrong place, and I've zeroed out that bit on the Z axis, it comes back in at a different place. So what they've told, I told the folks at Woodpeckers about that, and they were already aware of that. And what their solution is there's a particular router, the Milwaukee 5616, has a much better base that holds the router motor in the same plane all the time. And you can move in and out apparently, and it works really well in this instance. Now, I'm not familiar with Milwaukee routers, and in particular, the 5616. I would like to hear any feedback from anyone who has either Milwaukee routers or that particular model. I'm kind of interested. I have a feeling that if sooner or later I'll end up with one of those routers just to pair up with a multi-router. Okay, another issue that's long been a problem with the multi-router was the template system. As you can see here, I've got an older model. They've changed it over the years. And this is where the follower, the stylus, was supposed to go. I lost it some time ago, and the system was so bad that I never bothered to replace it. And a long time ago, the templates that attach over here, I just gave them away because I just gave up on the template system. There was too much slop in the stylus, way too much. It was almost impossible to get an even route, you know, and match up joinery from one piece to the next because of the slop in that stylus. So they are re-engineering the stylus. They're going to improve some of the tolerances, you know, where they fit better, but there's some engineering issues, and I don't quite understand it all completely, a little over my head. But they tell me they've solved that problem. I'm anxious to give that a try. I may even find myself using the template system if it actually works. Now this upgrade is truly low-hanging fruit. I've known about it for a long time, and I wished it would have been fixed. It was so easy. These stops here, stops the travel on that axis, are not parallel to this casting here. If they were parallel, machined parallel and flat, you could put a feeler gauge in there and adjust the cut, or a spacer or whatever, and that would really, very small effort, big upgrade. So let's go around to the sides. It's the same thing on the axis here. I'll show you that one. So this axis controls the depth of cut. In the past, I haven't been able to get an exact depth of cut. It's always been trial and error to get there. Actually, the depth of cut most often is not that critical. If I'm within a 32nd or a 16th even, sometimes that's just fine. But there are occasions where I want to be exact. And in the past, that has driven me a little nuts. And it was such an easy fix. Again, this surface here was not parallel with the stop. If it was, I could put a spacer in here and dial it right in. Let's go through the process real quick. It's very simple. Okay, first, bottom out the bit. With the bit bottom out, I lock that axis in place. Now, I put my spacer in here. And that should give me my depth of cut. I keep cutting till this machine surface hits the spacer. If it's off a little bit, I can dial it right in with my feeler gauge. So simple. And it was such an easy fix. But that's one of the so there's going to be a few more tweaks to the multi-router as well, such as an off-on switch remote. There's a few things I've discussed with them that, you know, some of them they may go with. That's kind of neat. Anyway, you know, for someone like me who's worked with this machine for so many years and know its little ins and outs, to finally see some of those issues addressed that were so easy and some of them not so easy, finally addressed, it's kind of exciting for me. I'm anxious to play with a new revised machine.